Hello guys, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kalia Simbi, as you know. Yeah, then for today, I just wanted to share something. Like in this particular video, I just wanted to share a bit of some history about, Zambia. And you know why I want to share this is because I believe if we know where we're coming from, it's very easy to actually project where we're going and to actually know who we are, like just knowing ourselves and stuff like that. So I was just thinking and just looking at Zambia, and Zambia is one of those countries in Africa with a very young population. So we are talking about not less than 70% of the people, aged between 15 to 30 years old, meaning the population is really young. And this kind of a thing can be a very good thing for the country, and it can also be very bad. Why am I saying so? Because if you have a lot of youths in a country, it can be very good in that youths are most energetic at youth age. Is like that's where you have your optimum energy, like your maximum energy. So it's a point where you are like most productive, if I can say so. And the reason why I'm saying it can also be bad, because in as much as youths are energetic and stuff like that, but then like what are they really involving themselves into, which is going to direct that energy to to a better form. It all goes to what we actually know and what we are doing as youths. you know I believe as youths, we are the leaders of today, we are the leaders of tomorrow, and it's just so important that we are very concerned about what's happening in our country. We are fully aware of what's going on. When it comes to history, we actually know like where we are coming from and where we are at the moment. We actually know what's happening in our country when we talk about economically, just a lot of different aspects. We should know about them. We should know about what does the constitution talk about, what does the constitution say, and everything, like just knowing our rights, and being very interested in what's happening in our own country is very important. So today, let's talk about colonization in Africa, specifically Zambia. So Zambia is among the many countries in Africa which was colonized. We know a lot of countries in Africa, they were actually colonized. We only have few countries like Ethiopia, which wasn't colonized, but many African countries were colonized, and Zambia is one of the countries which was colonized by the British people. So for Zambia, it was like around 1888, where the British South Africa Company secured minerals in northern Rhodesia. So Zambia was by then called Northern Rhodesia. So they secured minerals, and by 1899, it actually became a British protectorate, and Zambia faced colonization for about 73 years, somewhere there. So during that period, it was entirely the British people taking over the affairs of the country. And when we jump on to independence, by 1964, Zambia, which was by then called Northern Rhodesia, actually got its independence on the 24th of October 1964, around 12:01 a.m., and that day was on a Saturday. And from that time, Zambia actually became known as Zambia instead of Northern Rhodesia, getting its name from the Great River Zambezi. So that's just a small portion of the Zambian history. So actually, Zambia is located in the central southern part of Africa, meaning it's somewhere down there in the south, and somewhere in the central, not fully in the central and not fully in the south. So it's central southern part of Africa, and it's actually a landlocked country, meaning it doesn't have any sea surrounding it, and it's neighboring 8 countries, which are Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Mozambique, Angola, Botswana, Namibia, Malawi, Republic of Congo. So yeah, those are the neighbors for Zambia, and Zambia is actually the 39th largest country in the whole world out of 195 countries. So meaning the area is around 700,000 kilometers squared. So that's like kind of how big Zambia is. So when you compare it like to other countries, it's 2 times bigger than Zimbabwe, 2 times bigger than Germany, and slightly bigger than Texas, which is the United States' second largest state. So after looking at the size of the country, let's now look at the population. Zambia is not so populated. Maybe the people living inside, you might actually think it's so populated, especially maybe if you live in the capital like Lusaka, because there are actually a lot of people. It's the most populated province and actually the smallest. So in general, Zambia itself is not so populated, with an area of around 700,000 kilometers squared. We actually have around 19 million people as per 2022 census, which was our 6th census after colonization. The first census we had was held in 1969. Then the second one in 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010. Then this one was now held in 2022. So we might be asking, because here in Zambia, census is held every after 10 years, but then for the 6th census, it was supposed to be held in 2020, but then due to COVID and some financial issues which were going around the country, it wasn't possible to actually hold the census at that time. So this is actually what I wanted to share. And if you have any comment or any questions or anything you would want to see more, you can actually comment down there, and then you can leave your comment, you can like the video, and you can also subscribe so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video. So from my side, it's goodbye, have a good day, and God bless you.